Escada Feig, Mick Fitzgerald. 2, Listen Timmy is a non-runner. So too is number 3, Edmund. Edmund comes out because of the ground. Listen Timmy was injured on the way to the course. Number 4 is Step on Air, Steve Wynn. 5 is a non-runner, that's Joyush. Number 6, a Flaked Oats, Richard Johnson. 7, Ackzo, Adrian Maguire. Number 8 is Scott and Green, Lorcan Wire. 9 is Dom Beltrano, Carl Llewellyn. And number 10, another excuse, the winner of this race 4 years ago, Norman Wiliamson. So 3 non-runners, 7 to go in the Marston Pedigree Midlands Grand National.
The partnership that have landed the first 2 here are favourites. Ackzo for Ferdy Murphy and Adrian Maguire are 2-to-1 favourites, having opened up at 7-4. Scott and Green is 100-30, having opened up at 3s. Escada Feig is on the drift 9-2 from 4-1, with Flaked Oats a 5-to-1 chance. Step on Air is 8-1 from 7s. Dom Beltrano is 10-1. Another excuse is 25-1 from 20s. And now, for the first time in the whole race, we've had Escada Feig support for something, 4-1 from 9-2.
Away they go now in the Midlands Grand National. They jump a total of 24 fences, 3 circuits, and a long way. Dom Beltrano sets off in the lead from Escada Feig up on the outside, 2 lengths away. Then is Scott and Green settling very handy. Then on the inside, tucked away in 4th, is Step on Air, followed by Flaked Oats, and last is Ackzo, the favourite, as they turn into the back. A very long run before they reach the first. But Dom Beltrano it is who's bowling along in the lead as they head into the back now and towards his first plain fence from Escada Feig, who jumps at 2nd. And then in 3rd is Step on Air, followed out wider by Flaked Oats, and just behind them Scott and Green in a gap then to Ackzo as they head now towards the 2nd. Dom Beltrano out in front from Escada Feig, draws towards it now. Oh, just put in a shorty there, just corrected himself and got away with it. The leader from Escada Feig in 2nd, then Scott and Green lying 3rd, followed next in the field by Flaked Oats, and tucked away behind them on the right is Step on Air, and 2 lengths to Ackzo. Heading to the 3rd. All sailing over that in good style. Dom Beltrano leads by 3 parts of a length from Escada Feig. 2 lengths away then in 3rd is Scott and Green, followed further back in the field by Flaked Oats. A couple away is Step on Air, and Ackzo, Adrian Maguire sitting quietly at the rear of the field as they head towards this next plain fence down the back. Coming towards it, Dom Beltrano jumping a little bit awkwardly, but safely enough. In 2nd is Escada Feig, 2 lengths away in 3rd. Tucked away behind them is Scott and Green, followed half a length away then by Flaked Oats, and they're followed by Step on Air and Ackzo at the rear of the field. Jumped 4, still another 20 to go. A real staying test, and only 6 runners now with this withdrawal of another excuse at the start, along with Edmund, who misses because of the ground. So too does Joyush, and that leader very awkward once again, Dom Beltrano, over the 5th. As they come towards the 6th. An open ditch, first of them. Jumped this 3 times. Coming towards it, Dom Beltrano asks for a big one and responds well. Lands over at 3 lengths to the good of Escada Feig in 2nd. Another 3 or 4 away is Scott and Green, followed by Flaked Oats the outside. A length back in the field, Step on Air, and last of the sextet is Ackzo, who jumped that well. Heading up the home straight now towards fence number 8. Dom Beltrano on the right with ears pricked. Comes towards it now. Takes off. Escada Feig very handy on the outside in 2nd. Looked well in the paddock as well. Might just be starting to come good. Best form's been on very soft ground. 3rd is Scott and Green. Then Flaked Oats the outside. They've completed a circuit. Then Step on Air, and Ackzo still ridden quietly at the rear of the field. So 2 complete circuits ahead of them now as they go out into the country once again. Dom Beltrano tucked away on the inside for Carl Llewellyn. From Escada Feig up on the outside in 2nd for Mick Fitzgerald, sitting very handy to this leader as they head towards the 9th. Tucked away behind them still is Scott and Green, followed then by Flaked Oats, and 2 lengths away is Step on Air. And further back in the field then, last of all, is Ackzo as they head now towards the next. And it's Dom Beltrano comes towards it, 10th, jumps it well. From in second, Escada Fig, no change in the order at all. Scott and Green in third, followed then by Flaked Oats. A gap in the field, a step on air, and still out wider is Ackzo as they head now towards the 11th. Dom Beltrano and Escada Fig almost together over that. Scott and Green behind them from Flaked Oats. Ackzo just taking a little closer order on the outside. And last of all is Step on Air, but it's been an even pace throughout. Nothing really grueling at this stage, but a long way to go. Coming to the 12th. And over it in front is Dom Beltrano from Escada Fig at the halfway point of this Midlands National. Richard Pittman, I'm just wondering how you think the favourite Ackzo is going. He's riding in 5th position at this stage.
I think he's riding a very tactical race, Jim, but the point to me that's pertinent is that Escada Fig, with this longer trip and just slightly steadier pace, is absolutely enjoying himself. I've never seen him so happy in a race. Dom Beltrano upsides him in front here on the inside, just been getting in a bit close to the bottom of his fences, feeling this faster ground. But it's a tactical race, and Ackzo is in the drive seat looking at the 2 leaders.
They come towards the next, which is an open ditch, and landing over it in the lead is Dom Beltrano over on the far side. From on the near side, Escada Fig. 2 lengths away, then Scott and Green, a gap to Flaked Oats, and still Adrian Maguire sitting very quietly here on Ackzo, who's second last now. Step on Air is last of all as they go over that next plain fence and head up towards the one that'll be the last next time round. This is the 16th, and a Dom Beltrano over on the far side. From Escada Fig. Ackzo just a bit awkward at that in second last position. Didn't judge that well as they head up now with a complete circuit ahead of them past the pack stands and the roars of the crowd as Dom Beltrano leads by half a length to on the outside Escada Fig. 2 lengths away then is Scott and Green, followed then by Flaked Oats. Ackzo at the rear of the field in second last position, and 3 away then is a Step on Air. Heading into the back now, they've got 8 fences left to jump in the Midlands National. Dom Beltrano's been out in front for a long way and now being tackled in earnest by Escada Fig. Back in the field then Scott and Green has lost position now, has dropped back through the field to second last, and Ackzo is getting dangerously close up on the outside. They head towards the 18th fence, and it's Escada Fig and Dom Beltrano who made a mistake on the right of picture as we look at them. Then Ackzo, who's coming there very strongly for Adrian Maguire. Flaked Oats is behind them. Scott and Green trying to get back into the race, and a long gap in the field then to Step on Air towards the 19th, and Ackzo asked for a big one on the outside. It's forged clear, has gone clear of Flaked Oats as they prepare to leave the back. They're 3 or 4 lengths in advance now of Escada Fig, who can't go with this Ferdy Murphy trained runner in front. Scott and Green is just behind them. They're heading up towards 5 out, and it's on the left. Ackzo on the right with the red cap as Flaked Oats. They draw towards it now. They jump it almost together, and Ackzo's made a slight mistake. They're 3 or 4 lengths to Scott and Green and Escada Fig, and Dom Beltrano dropping out. They leave the back now. Flaked Oats under the whip. Maguire's got Ackzo back on the bridle again. Now he's got him grabbing hold of the bit as he moves up on the outside. They're 3 or 4 lengths in advance now of Escada Fig as they round the turn, followed then by Scott and Green. They've got 4 left to jump in the Midlands National. Flaked Oats on the right, Ackzo on the left. They draw towards 4 out now. Ackzo was a bit sloppy at it. They're about 5 or 6 lengths to Escada Fig, followed then by Scott and Green. They've got 3 left to jump. Flaked Oats the far side, Ackzo on the near side, back on the bridle as he comes to this open ditch. He jumps it a bit awkwardly. Flaked Oats out jumped him on the right. They're about 6 or 8 lengths to Scott and Green, followed then by Escada Fig. They've got 2 left to jump. Flaked Oats the far side, Ackzo the near side. They draw towards the second last now, and and Ackzo flew that one. Glance over to the fractional leader here. From in second, Flaked Oats as they race up towards the last fence, and it's on the near side. Ackzo forges into the lead now, comes towards it, runs it down a little bit, but lands over it safely, and Ackzo powering clear. He's gone about 2 or 3 in front now. Flaked Oats who's battling on, but it's a hat-trick for Ferdy Murphy and Adrian Maguire, and Ackzo wins the Midlands National. Flaked Oats is second, Scott and Green is third, followed then in fourth by Escada Feig. They're followed next in the field by Step on Air, and last to finish is Dom Beltrano. The winner is number 7, Ackzo, owned by Mrs. N.L. Spence, trained by Ferdy Murphy and ridden by Adrian Maguire. A hat-trick in the first 3 races. Second, number 6, Flaked Oats, owned in partnership by P. Swaffield, C. Sisselswaite, S. Frost, trained by Paul Nichols, ridden by Robert Widger. And third, number 8, Scott and Green, owned by IB and BDF partnership. It's a 15-8 favourite, the winner, incidentally. Scott and Green, trained by Timmy, and ridden by Lorcan and Wire. Fourth was Escada Feig.
A tremendous result for the punters here. First, number 7, Ackzo, the 15-8 favourite. Second, number 6, Flaked Oats at 11-2. And third, number 8, Scott and Green at 7-2. All 6